Hi, Clint.
Hello.
What are you getting ready to do?
We're gonna make some tortillas de masa.
Está muy bien. Um, enséñanos el paquete. Show us the package.
Oh.
Thank you. Okay, that's what Clint uses, and we just add water.
Yep. So, make sure there's no bugs in it. I kept some old masa, maybe 4 months, and I was gonna cook some, and I noticed all these gnats were in it. So
Now he's adding water. Going to form it into the masa.
now, when it comes to the water, folks, the last thing you want to do is add too much water. So you can always add water, right?
That's correct.
So
Show us the size of the spoon. Thank you. Okay.
oh yeah. So these have to be really hot. They don't have to be hot just yet. It'd be wise to preheat them.
Yeah, it's always best to start the skillets or pans or first.
It's funny when the camera's on, there's almost like a third person in the room. You ever notice that? Has a lot of effect on psychology.
Yeah, you start feeling like nervous and
Yeah, like there's a third person in here. Stranger.
I'm not much for
Very strange how that works. And it's just an electronic device. Like it could be this, you know. We wouldn't say this made us change our behavior, but it's interesting nonetheless.
well, we've got to remember that this is not what we do every day.
Yeah, but it's just a piece of plastic, and yet it modifies behavior.
Okay.
It's very interesting. So the consistency we're looking for here is not as moist as Play-Doh. Play-Doh is a little too sticky. Like I said, if anything, it needs to be on the drier side, because when it comes to pressing the tortilla into its flatness, if it's overly moist, it won't release properly. It'll rip, and it'll tear, and it'll come loose. And it'll just be a lot of work. Then you got to reform it.
And you'll see what he's talking about whenever he gets to start making those tortillas.
Who are you talking to?
Oh.
I was just kidding.
Are we
See,
recording?
Yes.
Well, that's what I thought.
But I'm just making a joke.
I'm going to start speaking Spanish to
See,
him.
there's like a third person in the. We have to talk to them, right?
Yeah.
Right now they're listening.
Yeah.
But they're not here yet. They
Right.
will be whenever they watch.
Then that's what it is. We know it's going to be shown.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
I am blessed. I have a beautiful son.
Thank you.
He is so good to cook and very, very, very warm heart.
That's nice of you to say.
Well, that's true.
My arm's getting tired. There's so much pasta.
Yeah, it's a lot of work on the dough.
Yep.
Right now what he's doing is just trying to get all the dough together.
In the future, I think I'll do half this, and then do more as I need it. Because doing a whole bunch is a lot more work than doing a little bit at a time.
Yeah. I think that's what you did the other time, remember? You
Yep.
did it a little bit at a time?
Yeah. And that way it's easier to control too, because there's so much in here that there might be dry pockets and wet pockets, and it's more to handle. Okay, hands were washed previously. We didn't show you that because
We didn't think about recording it until after a while. We just decided let's just go ahead.
Okay, so that's pretty wet, which is not good. Ooh. Not a good sign. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
I'm gonna work it with my hands.
Honey, I recommend, since you have a little bit left, sprinkle some of that on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to mellow
Okay.
it all out first
Alright.
and see if it. See, there's little dry pockets that the spoon
Okay.
didn't get here on the bottom too.
Oh yeah, I see some dry spots over there in that corner.
Oops.
Yeah, it makes a difference when you know that you're gonna show this.
Yeah, I'm making it.
I know.
Yeah, it's really interesting how that works.
Mhm.
Some dry spots. Yeah, and it's really just you and I here. So we
know.
could delete that and it would never be shown.
Oh yeah. No, but it don't matter. But you're showing the.
It's almost like quantum physics.
Mhm.
They find out that when you watch something, it changes what happens.
Yep. Even the behavior, the way we talk. Have you noticed?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're finding some dry spots. That's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is a good sign.
Mhm.
And it's a lot easier to stir with my hands.
There we go.
Or mix. And we can, yeah, dryness that we're needing. Okie dokie.
Okay. Clint's gonna show you all something that we.
There's a trick here that I was commenting earlier that this dough is kind of dry. There's a trick I'd like to show you all to set you on your way. The trick is the water is real sensitive. The corn is real sensitive to the water. So sensitive to where it's a little bit dry, but I just wash my hands with water. I just get my hands wet, however you want to phrase it. And then with this much water in my hands, and believe it or not, it actually has an effect on the dough. It's actually kind of the closest measuring you can do on that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, the moist.
Yeah.
Yeah, moist.
And it's actually making an impact. Maybe not so much on this much, but usually I cook with something about this big. And just watering your hands, wetting your hands, getting your hands wet, is enough of an impact to influence the dough into the right moisture content. So just want to use that as a step, and that's how sensitive the masa is to the water. So don't go overboard on the water. All right then, folks.